takes years to nurture large, gorgeous fruit trees through practice of trimming. They don't just appear overnight. Pruning fruit trees is crucial for keeping them healthy and producing luscious fruits. They benefit greatly from the occasional cut in terms of growth, sun absorption, and defense. The most effective strategies to trim some of the most widespread fruit trees are covered in this tutorial. You are watching Garden Life, the channel for all of your gardening needs. Why should fruit trees be pruned? Get comfortable with fruit tree pruning if you want a bountiful crop. While you can DIY your backyard garden, you can hire a professional to prune your fruit trees. It's like trimming the hair on your fruit trees. To prioritize the plant's healthier areas, you start by eliminating deadwood, broken branches, and infected leaves. Sprouting branches are where the nutrients are directed, while increasing ventilation and solar absorption. If you want to know more about pruning, continue watching this video. When should pruning be done? Pruning should generally be done in the early spring or in the middle of late winter. For a young fruit tree to a mature one, the frequency of pruning will fluctuate over the course of its life cycle. Your pruning technique will change each year depending on the plant's growth stage. Formative pruning must be done in the first year. For the upcoming season's growth, cut the main trunk to a bud about 2.5 feet from the ground. Remove any downward-facing and lower shoots during the second year, then trim a few upward-facing shoots by half so that more new branches will grow. The tree has more structure by the third year, so cut the best branches in half to lengthen the framework and get the tree ready to bear fruit the following year. You only require a small amount of fruiting stage pruning for the fourth year. Trim from the top to retain the height of some main branches by pruning them to a third of their original size. You only need to prune the tree once a year, just after each harvest, once it has developed its structure within 5 years. Pruning tools. Make sure your gardening tools are sharp and sterilized in a diluted mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water before use. This saves you from spreading diseases from contaminated parts of the plant. You need some basic tools to get started: gloves, pruning shears, loppers, handheld saw, and ladder. Tips for pruning fruit trees. When pruning fruit trees, be sure to cut at a 45-degree angle, flush against the branch. or trunk. Uneven wounds and abrasions might collect moisture, decay, or develop an infection. Spring cleaning first. Eliminate any damaged leaves, brittle branches, and dead timber. By clearing away unwanted clutter, you may see your tree more clearly and determine which other aspects of it require care. Trim branches. Fruit trees have robust branches, yet they have the potential to collide and harm one another. By cutting off any branches that may cross and cause issues later, you can give your main branches plenty of space. Cut shoots off. Any little leafy growths, water spouts, and suckers should be removed since they deprive your fruit-bearing branches of nourishment. Topping and skirting. Topping is the practice of chopping off the tree's top so that it can be harvested more easily. Skirting is the term used to describe the removal of undeveloped, poorly lit tree portions by cutting branches close to the ground. Fruit tree pruning structures. Pruning balances everything out by making sure you don't have too many branches, since that results in smaller fruits. The tree's center is kept as open as possible. The tree's center is kept as open as possible by the open center construction system. These types are far more tolerant if you miss 1 or 2 pruning sessions than other varieties, but this does not imply you can completely forgo the pruning schedule. That's it for today's video on pruning. Follow us on social media and subscribe to this channel.